Now I might be getting into that bad idea zone. If I get stumped, I might just give it up. But we'll see. Doing it live, haven't seen it before. Anything could happen. So, position of knight, find the number of different moves the knight can perform. Move squares, blah blah blah, blah blah, blah blah blah. All right. So once again, with the chess input. All right. So I want it. They're inputting cell. Cell is a string. Okay. So I'm going to change their input a little bit. So row, so file, which is cell, the first character minus their lowercase, their files. Okay, so minus the ordinal of A, and then row, this is the second character of cell. So both those have to be ordinals, and then int cell, the second character, and -1. So now 0, 0 is the bottom left. I've done this for a prior one. I will keep doing it. I think it makes life easier. So now your ways to move are you add 2 to your file and 1 to your row, subtract 2 from your file, 1 from your row, et cetera, et cetera. So I probably shouldn't use file, should I? I was complaining earlier today about a dude doing that, and then I did it. Didn't even realize. Anyway, so you either subtract 2 then 1, or 1 then 2, or add in any combination. So I'm going to turn this into a position where you have your file and then your row. And then so you have a tuple of tuples. You can either go 2 and 1. You can go 1 and 2. You can go -2 and 1. You can go 1 and -2. You can go 2 -1. 2 -2. -1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's only 8 possible. So which ones am I missing? The double negatives. So -2, -1. -1, -2. All right. So those are all my moves, and now we just need to see if they're on the board. So on. But we're going to make a list of true and false things and return the sum of it. So the sum of can we just subtract tuples like that? No, you definitely can't. So we're going to use map lambda pos right 0 plus move bracket 0 in range 8. That's why I like it 0 to 7, by the way. And the position 1 plus the second thing in move is in the range 8. So that tells us whether so we don't need a map. So let's move in range 8 and in range 8. And then here is where we just say for move in moves. And then we have the sum of that will tell us how many are true. And I think we're good. Probably a syntax. Yep. Can't assign to operator. Huh. I think I might. Do I need parentheses around this? Maybe. We're going to stop and restart. Okay, we literally just stopped and restarted. Like we said, might be in the bad idea zone. So I had just said this should be good. I didn't thought maybe putting some parentheses around that tuple that I'm assigned to position might fix that syntax problem. Oh, I see what's going on. Yeah, that's the problem. You don't need the parentheses. I was being a silly goose. Cool. Yep. So we passed the test they give us. Um, this is kind of something I've done a few times before, so it felt pretty easy. Um, there's better. You could generate the moves thing on the fly relatively simply in any number of ways. But it would took taking me more thought to go look up a decent way of doing it than to just hard code it, which is actually a reasonable situation for a game like chess where it's not something that you'd ever have to do for another situation really. Um, and then I just check whether each of those moves leaves you on the board or not, and then if it does, it ends up in being added to the sum. If it doesn't. Easy peasy. So hopefully it works for the harder tests, and it did. So let's take a quick look at other solutions. Yeah. Okay, so he checks too many things and then divides by 2. So what happened there is he ends up checking the same thing twice. He ends up checking the 2 different ways to get to a square with the knight. So with a knight, you could move over like left 2 and down 1, or you could go down 1 and left 2. He just checks them both and then divides his answers by 2. Doesn't really matter much in a case like this. So basically the same answer I've got. Less hard coding, maybe. This guy hard coded the moves just like I did. Use the list instead of a tuple. I'd argue that it probably should be a tuple because you don't really see, you don't hurt anything. Well, it feels more tuple-ish to me. All these guys hard coding 96. I mean, why? I mean, most people are going to recognize it anyway, but whatever. But yeah, I think everyone's pretty much doing this the same way. I think there's relatively little in the way of like ways to be crafty. Nah, not a fan. Definitely works though. It's not that hard to read. Okay. So I don't think we're going to see anything earth-shattering here. Cool. All right. So for real now, I'm done. Maybe some more later. Maybe upload these somewhere. Maybe do some editing, something like that.